Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you watching us from. Welcome to
Yeah,
the live stream.
it's nighttime here in Canada.
Oh, it's nighttime.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess it would be. And in the
Yeah,
United States, I
yeah.
want to give a shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Michael Tanjay on here, Beat Your Life. They're our moderators. They keep all the trolls and they keep order on the live stream so nobody can get harassed or anything like that.
Very
I
good.
do want to say that the peso is 58.98 right here at
oh man.
9:30 Philippine time. This is the highest that I've ever seen it.
It is. That's very high. Yeah.
It's supposed to be heading toward 60, hopefully. Um,
Wow.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I know. How long have you been? I'm gonna let my guests introduce themselves, but let me go over a few things first.
All right.
Um, Philippines signed into law the Republic Act 11394. That's this SIM card act. Now, if you buy a SIM card, you've got to show them a valid ID to purchase a SIM card. And that's because what they're doing is they're fighting uh, crimes that they
Oh,
use a cell phone, like text scams, spams. I've got one on my phone now. Every day I get one saying
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
20
me too.
pesos, uh, inviting me to the casino or whatever like that. Also, I want to thank everybody who was able to attend the Sunshine Shoulders meet and greet on Saturday, man. We had a great time.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
seen
I've
that.
seen
Yeah, we watched it.
that's good. Yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
quite a
last
turnout.
it was about half. I think this next one that we're going to have either February or March, we're going to have to hold it in a bigger place because
Hmm.
those 50 people just about took up that little Meg's
Yeah.
resort. So I'm looking around for another place. It's long overdue though. It wasn't a meet and greet to meet me. It's to meet, see, this is
Everybody.
more than a blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a community. This is a support group. So we were kind of putting names to faces.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came out more than I really thought. The food was good. I don't drink, but we had so much liquor. I had to take some back. Franz took some back. We gave some away. The True Girls came, and Saul, I think her name was. She was drunk. She got drunk because
Hmm.
TJ bought some. He bought some 18-year-old scotch. I believe he paid $150 for the
Whoa.
bottle,
Wow.
and they were drunk off that stuff, man. So I want to thank everybody for that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Oliver Waterman. It was actually his birthday celebration too, but he was sick, so he didn't get in. He's the guy that's on the banner that they made. And
Oh,
one more thing. Well, actually, two more things. The senators here are pushing to remove that one health pass, but to me, guys, that's a no. Uh, that's not even news for real because now the one health pass is so simple. It's not the mess it was in the beginning.
Yes, it was bad.
When I came from Thailand, it was no big deal. I mean, the minute I filled it out, they approved it and gave me my, whatever it was that you
yeah.
need.
All right.
But one last thing, I got everywhere I go, I'm gonna start telling y'all where the best massages are. Now, I got a massage last night at the Bamboo Massage Paradise right here in Dumaguete. 250 pesos for 1 hour Swedish massage. That's $4.24 for a 1 hour
That's
massage. It was
crazy.
really a good massage. I read the reviews before I went. Yeah, it's really, yeah. Now,
Nice.
OG Fred, he says, where's OG Fred? He's actually here in the Philippines now, but he may be busy. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel today. I'm going to start out with you, Jessa, and your husband. Just kind
Yeah.
of introduce yourself.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Sir
Yeah.
Cal, for
Thank
having
you.
us on your live stream.
Thanks very
And
much.
for all the viewers out there right now who
Yes.
are watching. Yeah, my name is Jasa.
And
And
I'm John. You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I am from Samar province of the Philippines.
And I'm originally from Scotland, but I lived in Canada since I was 20 years of age.
And I'm single back in 2008 before I met my
Yeah.
husband.
And I captured her in 2008.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Why y'all said that? Because that was one of the questions. What dating site was there? Dating sites back then?
Yes.
Yes, it was a thing called Date in
Date.
Asia. And one of my friends kept harassing me. He says, "You know what? You've been divorced for 4 years, maybe more. I don't know. And you don't have a steady girlfriend." He says, and his buddy was married to a Filipina living in Canada. He met her there. And he says, "You should go on this site. You get beautiful women on there, very nice ladies." I says, "What?" He says, DIA. And I said, "What the heck is DIA?"
Yay.
Date in Asia. So I went on, and I'm rookie on a computer. I'm like, who moved the W? I'm like, oh. And then in about 10 minutes, I had about a whole bunch of young girls between 18 and 35, 38 years of age, yapping at me. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, this is insane here. And I was ready to sign off, and Jessa popped up. And I
The
went,
same day.
whoa. I said, wow, she's nice looking. And
Yeah.
and I was hooked. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've been together ever since. It was
Yeah.
5 months after I met her online.
He's my first boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh, wow.
dated any Filipino.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna come back to y'all. I want James to
Okay.
Yeah.
introduce
I'm sorry.
himself. James has been on here for a while. I mean, he's been on here
Yeah.
before. Now, what's been going on, James, since the last time we saw you?
Well, first of all, I'm working a lot now. I'm working a lot, and actually, I just got off at 7 o'clock today. So, but I have a website now with it's called Mask and Take Treasures. It's on YouTube, and
Okay.
and it's we're gonna be I make stuff out of masking tape, and I'm showing you how to make stuff out of masking tape.
Masking tape.
Everything, right? Yeah, masking tape.
Mhm.
And then I tell stories too in there too. So while I'm making a masking tape, I talk to tell you a little story and little things about myself and everything like that. It's a nice channel. It's just in the beginning stages right now.
Mhm.
Same
Yeah,
here.
But
y'all-
and I
wish
got
we could.
I got married in the Philippines this year in March. I got married to a Filipina, and we have a child that's due in November. So I'll be in the Philippines in November.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Mhm.
The James he had been chatting. How long had you been chatting with your girlfriend before you got caught with the pandemic, so you couldn't come over here, but
Yeah.
you did. He got married as soon as he came over here. You were over about a couple of weeks, right, James?
Yeah, I was over there. I stayed for a month in the Philippines, and we got married on the 10th of March. And I've been talking to her, chatting with her for 2 years. So that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
So have
Been
you
chatting for
did
2
the
years.
have y'all did the ultrasound yet? Is it a girl or boy?
It's a boy. It's a boy.
Is it
We
gonna be
already
a
got the
James?
name for him. Oh yes, Little James. It's
Little
gonna
James.
be- Yep.
Okay.
She's real big now. Her stomach is real big.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
I missed the whole thing, but I have to be here to work. Got to make money.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a masking tape dollar bill, James? You've ever You ever did that?
I've never done that. Never. I didn't
Well,
even
maybe
think
you should
about it.
do that.
A
Maybe
dollar
do
bill.
that. Are you still working on that Elvis Presley?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's hard, man. It's hard for me because I can't really picture. See, what the way I create from my head. I don't look at pictures to make anything that I make.
Okay.
So when I try to picture it in my head and I start molding with it, I just can't come up with it. But I'm still working on it, Calvin.
Okay, well, good. Let me ask you,
Yeah.
Jessa, what's the name of your channel?
It's Jessa K channel.
Okay,
It's
now, of course, the first thing I want to ask you is how is your channel different from all the other Philippine YouTube channels? Because there's a lot of us out
I
here now.
know.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I think the best thing about the best about this channel it is because um I will be sharing our own experiences about, two couple from different cultures. And I'm in it. I experienced it. We experienced it. And it's also gonna be like we will be covering about the Filipino people struggling about their daily living in the Philippines, even though they are already working in the government, like they're already professionals, but they're still struggling in their daily living.
And also the Filipinos here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not just gonna be in the Philippines, but also here in Canada. So it's gonna be
right.
like Philippines, Canada.
Yeah, okay. Christoph Wolfgang, thanks for that super chat. Said Filipino lipstick is waiting on you to send the link. Yeah, but she can't be live at the same time I'm live.
Ah.
It
No.
won't work. It won't work. So why doesn't she send me? Here's my email, and I can send her the link. But you can't be live at the same time. It won't work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask you something, James.
Uh,
Okay, because not James, John. I'm sorry.
John, okay.
As
Yeah.
being such a young
John.
Filipino, did you catch any flack from your family?
Oh yes, big time. Actually, for the first couple of years, I had two daughters, and a son.
Mhm.
And they're all older than Jessa, and it was like, Dad, are you out of your blooming
I
minds?
understand.
What the heck are you doing? Like, you're a grandfather and you're over there, and you're meeting the 21-year-old girl, she's coming out of university, and of course it was like bombarded with what the
Comments.
heck, are you crazy? You're
Yeah,
59 and she's 21, and you're going to make a fool of yourself. And then for 2 years, Calvin, actually, they sort of avoided me. It wasn't ignored me, but they sort of took the time replying, etc. Especially when I left Canada and came to the Philippines, and then I get married. It was like, oh my God, that was like a disaster to them. Like, what are you doing? And then I didn't come home here for 10 years, so that was
yeah,
another kick in the pants. So it was a very big thing. But now they're all
Oh, they're
best
all
buddies. My
amazing.
God, it's like and my son actually. It's funny when he picked us up at the airport when I would come to Canada, and Jessa was with me. He says, "Oh, hi, Mum," to Jessa, and I was like, "Whoa,
And he's
hello." He was
45 that time.
yeah,
46.
and he just took to Jessa immediately. He said, "Oh my God, she's
Yeah.
a genuine, real person." Now they're always, they hear horror stories about foreigners marrying
Yeah,
Filipinos,
I understand.
and at that time there was so much going on with kidnapping down in Mindanao area.
Wait, and the gold
Yeah,
digging
and everybody said,
Filipina.
"Oh, she's a gold digger." You get that kind of
I get all
remedy.
kind of
I said, "She's not a gold."
absolutely.
What do you mean, gold digger? I'm on a pension. I'm not Bill Gates. And
Right.
it hit them hard when they actually got to meet her, you know, it was like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
they love me.
they
I
love her.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. And the only reason I asked you that is because I made a video about that last year.
Oh
And
yeah.
most of us get attacked when we come here. But
Mhm.
had you decided to marry somebody from France or England or Italy, you wouldn't have got that.
No, but I think you get. Well, if you married somebody from England or France or Germany, all these countries, you would not be marrying a 21-year-old. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
But
it'd be a
John, you had a second thought to marry.
yeah.
Because he asked me, "Are you
Are
sure
you
you want to?"
sure? Are you sure you want to meet an old goat like me?
Yeah.
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 But if you would have came anywhere but the Philippines, no one would have you know, raised any hairs about it. It's just when we come to the Philippines because most of the people who attack us, they've never been here before.
Yeah,
They
that's
only
true.
go
Right.
by, they only go by what they hear, and a
Yeah,
lot of
horror
it's
stories.
negative.
Yeah.
And but to be honest with you, here this is a true story. He says there's more horror stories about Americans married to Big Shirley than
Yes.
Filipinos, and that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
That's true because I know so many of my friends who have got good businesses here in Canada, and even back in the UK, I've kept in touch with them. And going through divorce, he says, "God, it's worse than high end. They take everything. You know, it's like goodbye, 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 and good luck."
Yeah.
But the Filipinos, they're more family oriented. And that's what I found when I landed there. It was like you're instantly welcomed, not just by Jessa. I was welcomed by her brothers, her sisters, her aunts, all the nephews, uncles,
Yeah,
aunts, everybody. It was like, whoa, they adopted me. And that's what I felt like, you know?
yeah. Somebody asked me what was for OG Fred. I sent him the link, but maybe where he's living right now, he doesn't have a good
Oh, good internet.
internet.
Yeah.
I'm here in the Tip Top Hotel in Dumaguete. Have either of you ever been to Dumaguete?
No, nothing like that. No. All we've done is actually going around places like Cebu, Manila, all over Samar. You know, I think everybody in Samar knows us by just
We
because
didn't really travel.
no, we just used to tour around in a vehicle and on my motorcycle and a
In our
van.
area.
We go to all these little out of the way barangays, and
Yeah,
and it was funny because a lot of them didn't speak fluent English, but they made the attempt to, "Hi, how are you? Americano, your name, what's your name?" I says, "I'm John, I'm from United Kingdom." "Oh, hello, hello, hello. Come to my house, come my house, you know." And it was like it was like, I think I've got more godchildren all over Samar than there is ice, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Filipino lipstick. There's my email. Just send me a short email, and I'll give you the link. Now, it's funny, John. I'm 59 right now, so you
Yeah.
were my age when you met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
met
I was
59, yeah.
91.
Okay. Um, Now I've been to Lady. I've been to let's see. I've been to Ormond City, to Cloven, and then I went to Billaron, but I've never went to Samar. I was close. I was close to Samar because
Yeah.
Billaron is close to Samar, right?
Yeah, that's the north end of the Leyte area, yeah, up from Tacloban, yeah. Yeah.
Was it any bad weather when you were there?
Yes, actually we had quite a bit of bad weather because if you look at the geography of Samar, eastern Samar is like, you're facing the Pacific going, and then you've got up, you're looking at the North Way is open. You look down to the south to the Marcos Monument, and from there it's wide open to Japan. So that's why it gets hit so bad with all the typhoons. You know, it's a wide open area.
Yeah.
There's nothing blocking it. You know.
Yeah. Mo, this is a guy, one of my subscribers. He actually came to visit me He said, Brother Calvin, I'm 58 and Carl is 21. I find John's story very interesting. Question, is Jessa a Canadian citizen?
Not
Not
as
yet.
yet, no, but
Not
we're
yet.
working on it. Yeah.
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 It's
Now,
okay.
do y'all have children?
No.
No, no children.
I had
Okay.
to,
James,
you know, the
let
chop.
me let me ask you something, James.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to take the DNA, or you just know for a fact that's your baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a DNA, but I know it's mine. I know for a fact it's mine. But I'm just gonna take a DNA. So, just for purposes like when I get back here, I can have that. So when I get them up here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Also,
planning.
one thing you're going to have to do, James, remember is this. You're going to have to do that CRBA. How long are you
Yes.
going to be?
I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks this time.
Okay. Of course, make sure you sign the birth certificate, because in order to bring your son over to America, you're going to have to do CRBA. He can't come over on the
Yeah.
K2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. I know.
That's a whole other process, because I ran into that problem. I thought,
Right.
I said, well, bring it on the K2. I'll bring our son on the K1. I'll bring him on the K2. They said, no.
Right.
He's an American citizen. You have to do the CRBA
Yeah.
and bring him over.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it delayed our K1 process because we didn't know.
Right.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be a long process. But
Well,
that's
not
the
really.
last. It's not. I'm talking about getting her and my kids over here.
You probably should have started that process already. You married her. Why did you delay? Why haven't you already started?
I haven't started because I was working on other stuff. I was trying to get the money for her to give birth, and then get the money so I can come out there.
Yeah, I
And then
understand that,
when I
but
get back,
that application is not that expensive to get it into the process, because you have to mail that from the United States. You can't do it over here. It has to be mailed
right.
from America. Dave Todd said, Calvin, what about the no-go zone in Philippines? Deadly zones in most cities in Philippines. Well, it's not that many, really. The no-go zones in the Philippines, I'm going down to Mindanao. So you got Basilan, Holo Salu, Tawi-Tawi, you got Marawi. That's really about it for real. I mean, well, you got North Cotabato. But you talk about as big as the Philippines is, that's really like a grain of sand on all the beaches of the Philippines. It's really a peaceful place here. I mean,
Yep.
I'm more afraid in my little hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, than I've ever been in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even
Yep.
here in Toronto.
This is the mainstream media that puts all that stuff out there. The Philippines is really, you didn't have any problems, did you, John, for 10 years?
No, nothing. It's kind of weird because, like I say, we used to tour around all these little barangays up in the Bukid. And I didn't know what Bukid was until she told me. And and we'd stop into little sari stores, and I was standing there, and I felt funny because I says, "Ooh, soldiers!" And I looked, and I says, "They're not soldiers. They wear camouflage. They had these big M14 rifles." And I'm going, "Oh my God, where they're all coming towards us." And I looked at their shoes. They're wearing running shoes. And somebody says, NPA, NPA. And I says, what? What the heck's NPA? But it's weird. He said to me, where are you from? I says, United Kingdom. Oh, hello. My name is so-and-so. Come to my house. And this is your asawa. Yes. And it's, oh my God. And when I told some of my friends back and Samar that we ended up in that area, they said, you're crazy. You went with them? I said, yeah, they were really nice to me. And they gave me their phone numbers. Says, anytime you travel this area, You call this number, and we'll make sure you travel safe wherever you're going. I went, oh my God. It was like I was given what do you call it, a passport? You know,
Yeah.
it's a very, very open, welcoming feeling. And one of my friends, he's an ex-army guy, Philippine Army. And he says, you should never have gone there. People get killed and they're never found, or they kidnap you for money. I said, well, I felt safe after the guy came up shaking my hands and he put his rifle over his shoulder. And I thought, oh my God. It was kind of a eerie feeling, but very opposite to what the picture painted, you know?
Right.
Absolutely. Now, what about you, Jess? Are you getting, did you have a culture shock
Yeah.
going to Canada?
Yeah. The first day, no, the first moment that I stepped on the the ground
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
airport, outside the airport, I was like, oh my God. So I thought I won't be able to live here that long because it's just so different. There are no people. It's so
It was
quiet.
wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's cold. I know it's cold there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first winter, I was very excited. But the second one, I was like, no, I'm not looking forward to that
No.
anymore.
First
I
winter
don't
was
like the
mild.
winter.
First winter was not bad.
Yeah.
But last winter, oh my God, it was very, very cold. And we're near the Lake District, and you get all that wind coming in from the north and bringing in these snow drifts, you know, like, woof,
Yeah.
you
The
know,
life here is just tough.
tough.
And
Yeah.
what I found about it, it's just like it's more on status.
Yeah, it's a very, I don't
Yeah.
know.
People are
Okay,
just,
now what about do y'all get stared at a lot? I'm sure you do.
Yes, big time.
In the
In the
West,
beginning,
in the West.
yeah, in the beginning.
Over here, you don't too much,
No,
but I know over there,
no,
I'm pretty sure you do.
yeah.
Scalper Steven says, Cal, maybe if you don't have the money straight up and have to save up for her to give birth, maybe you should wait. Well, I was just saying he could have started that. James, when was the last time you were here? March. When did you leave?
Right. I left in March, the end of March.
Does
Yep.
your wife have field health, or do you know?
She got it. She got pill health now.
Yeah, well, see, it's not going to cost
Yep.
you a whole lot of money. That's a good
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Because
But I
Maryland
told her about here when she comes here. I told her about they're not too friendly here. People are not really friendly here. They'll pretend like they're friendly, but then they'll do something else then, after that. So I told her just be wary when you get here. But I'm planning on moving to the Philippines myself anyway. So she'll just be here for about a year or two, and then I'm going to the Philippines.
Right. Are y'all thinking about moving back here, John?
Yes, actually, the reason we came here also was I wanted Jessica to,
your health.
I had a bad accident in Tacloban area, and
Okay.
I developed sepsis, and I went to a private hospital down there, and my goodness,
We
about
paid
220,000 pesos,
200,000, yeah.
and I was in there in under a week, and I went, oh my God, I thought he was going to kill me, the doctor.
It was a bad infection. It's an
Sepsis infection.
Oh, wow.
And then when I flew back, my son picked us
almost
both
died.
up. Yeah.
And he doesn't want to leave the Philippines because
No.
we got nothing here. We don't have any house. We're just renting
Nothing.
a small apartment right now. And
Yeah.
that was like back in 2018. And yeah, he doesn't want to come back to Canada. I'm the one who really saved your
Enforced it.
life.
Yeah, you did.
How did you catch that? Is that something we should be? How did you catch that, John?
How did I what?
His
How did
knee.
you catch
It
Oh,
started
my knee.
from his knee.
My knee gave out and
And it went like a balloon.
swelled up like a watermelon. And then I
Yeah.
felt, whoa. And this a trike driver and a neighbor across the street, when I fell on the road, they picked me up and took me up to this hospital in Tacloban. It was a private hospital. And the method he used was, after I found out came to Canada, He says, who the heck did that to your knee? You know, I said, well, this doctor in the hospital. He says, you know what? He says, that method of draining sanguineous fluid from your knee, he says, we outlawed that 20 years ago. I went, oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Yeah.
And he says, you're lucky you're here. And he says, you are very, very well off that you came to Canada. He says, because if another 2 days, I hate to tell you, you would not be here today
Even
alive.
then, even here, you almost died.
I almost
here.
died in the hospital here.
Wow.
They
That
were right
was-
through the whole system.
You're there in Canada. Do those younger guys, do they flirt with you if you go to the store by yourself and John's not with you?
What was it?
If you go to the store, you feel odd going to the store
Yeah.
yourself? Not really.
No. I'm saying when John's not with you, do the young guys
Yeah.
over in Canada flirt with you?
Oh,
I'll
did they flirt with you?
No, not flirt. They just stare at me.
They just
Even
stare at me.
kids, even little girl, little boy,
Yeah.
they're all wondering, who am I?
Oh, okay.
We went through the supermarket. There was this lady walking by, and she had a little girl with her, and she's going to her mum. And we're in, in the aisle with a shopping cart, and she's going like this, Mum, Mum, Mum. She says, what? Look at that girl. She's beautiful. And I know I put a big smile on Jess's face now. Oh, thank you. And she's, you're welcome. Oh my God, she's beautiful. And she followed us around the supermarket, this little kid.
Yeah,
It was
I
funny
get all
little thing.
kinds of look. Maybe because of my skin color.
Yeah,
Because everybody wants to be brown.
that's what I tell her. She wanted some of her friends want to use
And
that whitening
yeah,
stuff.
I've been
I said,
here
no way.
for over 2 years now.
People spend a
Okay.
fortune here in sun tanning salons to try and get a tan.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
everybody in the Philippines is spending a fortune to get white. I said,
Yeah.
what the
I want to
hell's wrong?
explain
Well,
that.
I tell Filipinos all the time, even white people aren't white.
I know.
That glutathione turns you white.
Yeah.
You're not, white people aren't white. So if you want to look white, I don't know what you'd have to do. I wouldn't do anything.
No.
I've never done
Certainly.
anything either.
They look like a ghost over here. It looks,
Yeah.
I always say it all the time, it's strange to me. It's like,
Yeah.
if I saw a black Chinese, it would probably be the same thing
Yeah.
as seeing a white Filipino. Same thing over here. Really
Yeah, they
looks
put
strange.
powder on their face. They put powder on their face.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
I told my wife early on, I said, look, you look beautiful without that on your face.
Yeah.
I love the skin complexion, her skin complexion without the powder on her face. So she don't put it on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They asked you, James, they said, great to have you back. He said, how's married life now treating you, James?
It's good. It's good, but when you far apart, you 8,000 miles away from each other.
That's a bad thing.
It's not too good. It's not too good. It's not too good on that aspect, but the relationship is still good. It's great.
Okay.
It's great.
That's great.
Carl
Yeah.
Barber says, Calvin, that meet and greet looked like a great time. How often do you have them? This is the second one. I'm just going to have them like every 3 or 4 months. It's because y'all asked for it, and I did it, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. It's long overdue. We need a community over here, just like Filipinos have a community in Canada, right?
Yeah,
Right. Oh, yeah.
definitely.
We have a community here. Yeah.
Actually,
That's right.
after we settled in here in this area, it was surprising. We met this lady. She's a business lady, a Filipina. She owns a restaurant, and we started hanging around with her and her husband. He's a Polish guy, and it was odd. She introduced us to so many Filipinos. We didn't know there
Filipino,
was that many in this neighborhood. Oh my God.
I was
Yes.
I felt like I was in a barangay somewhere at the party we went to. There was over 300 people there. They're all
Yeah.
Filipinos. So we made quite a few friends. Yeah.
He wants to know where your guests are from. They live in Canada now. They're a couple, but they met here and used to live here in the Philippines.
Yes.
10 years. Yeah.
10 years I lived there.
For 10 years. Now, one of my subscribers says in Samar, they have some beautiful women over there.
Very beautiful.
I don't know.
You know, I had
Beautiful
I had,
Filipinas are all over the Philippines,
yeah.
no matter where they're from.
Calvin. I had a rubber neck. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Forehead, Jessica goes, quit looking.
Even Filipino guys, I've never dated any Filipino. I don't know why. I've never had any interest with Filipino men.
Why
I just
not?
don't like them.
Well,
Sorry.
that's because John was your first boyfriend.
There
I
you
think,
go.
I think
There's
so.
no reason to have any interest.
That's it.
What a big influence.
Yeah, now I'm
That's what
pretty
I
sure
asked
you
my
have-
wife.
Okay,
I
what
asked my
about
wife
like
why she
Snow White.
wouldn't. I asked my wife why she don't date. She didn't date a Filipino guy,
Yeah, that's
but
it.
she said they. Well, she told me that the Filipino guys like to cheat.
Yeah.
Basically, they
well,
like to get out and
Yeah.
cheat.
That's one of the reasons why I've
Ah.
never looked at Filipino men.
but
We
you
know-
gotta realize, James, she's got two children, your wife does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he cheated too.
She likes Filipino men.
He cheated.
Yeah.
Wow.
We know so many.
What is cheating though? I don't understand that word.
Well,
You know,
he went outside of his relationship to mess with somebody outside of your relationship. You're
Okay,
supposed to be
but-
monogamous.
Let
You're
me
supposed to
say
be
this.
with. Uh-huh.
There's not an exact number of men for women on earth. So if every couple stayed together and never got divorced, I
Mhm.
mean, less happy endings would it be? I don't. Did your wife die, John? Is that the reason?
No, actually, we get divorced because of
Right.
it was more or less I don't know. I was married 35 years, and there was sort of a family input. People used to say, "Oh, you spoil your kids. Oh, you this. Oh, that," and it was like a family war zone sometimes. And I says, "You know what? We're not happy anymore." And my wife says, "Well, do you want to get divorced?" And she's still single.
No, the point I'm trying to make is there's not an exact amount of men for women.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you and your wife would have stayed together, then you and Jessa would have never met,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right?
that's
So
true.
when they talk about cheating, okay, I'm a black man. In
Mhm.
America,
Mhm.
1 out of 12, there's so few black men, they're either dead in jail or whatever, but 1 out of 12 black women have to either share a man, become a lesbian, or marry outside the race.
Hmm.
See, so when people say cheating, I'm like, well, I don't understand that. I mean, if you're married, I can get it, but if you're not married, I don't call it cheating. That's just
No.
me. I'm sorry. And then men, we're hunters, and women have to understand that.
Yeah, it's
You know-
true. It's nature for a guy to go out and say, "Wow, you know."
If it wasn't, man, we'd have a lot of problems going on.
Yeah.
If men were not men.
I think
we'd
we're
have a
stuck,
lot of
I think men are stuck in the caveman days. You know.
Yeah, I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it. I'm saying,
No.
hey, if you got a committed relationship, then be committed. But I mean, I think men get beat up with this cheating more than women because we all do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a guy at my meet and greet, and I said, well, he said, yeah, I was with my wife 9 years, and she cheated. And I was like, well, nobody ever talks about that. It's always the man. We
Mhm.
get hit over the head. But it works both ways.
Right.
And,
It's always the man.
Yeah.
it's always the man.
We know so many Filipinos that were in the neighborhood where we were living, and all the Filipino ladies are saying, "Oh, my husband took off. He left me, and I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 kids." And I said, "Where is he?" "I don't know. He ran away with some girl, and he's up in Manila, or he's up in Cagayan de Oro. I don't know." And you hear so many horror stories. These women are left with 2 and 3 kids, and they get no support because the guy disappears. So it's like non-existent. You know?
Exactly. But that happens everywhere, though.
Yeah. But it's more
You know.
prevalent in the Philippines, I notice, than you hear here, because here the court will go after you and make you pay alimony as support for your child. But down there, try and find the guy. That's
Hey, show them some of your work, John. If Jessa and John don't know, James is a real artist. He makes artwork out of masking tape.
Okay.
This guy's like a genius. Nobody's ever, I've never met anybody. Show us a piece of your work, James.
Oh, interesting.
Don't do that pussy, though. Don't do that one. Respect the lady on the panel, James.
Oh.
Yeah, he makes out.
Wow.
This is out of masking tape.
No way. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just, just a
Amazing. Wow.
Awesome.
Artistic.
That's all
stuff like this. I make all of them without looking at pictures.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I just got a photographic memory. Photographic.
Yeah.
Young Charles and Joy, thanks for the super chat. He said, "Is it a good look for Western men to go to another land and leave their land a mess?" Well, no, but see, here's the thing. We're all people of this earth, man. I don't know who started all this division. We all belong to this earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you start cutting it up like that and say, all this nationalism and all that that's risen up in the last few years, I just don't believe it. I mean, why should I be limited to just dating women in America? I don't understand that argument.
Yeah.
Okay, because remember, Americans, we only make up 4% of the Earth's population. So if you cut that down the middle, it's 2% women, 2% men. So I'm supposed to limit myself to just those 2% of women? What about all the other 98% of the women out here?
All over the planet. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? I'm going to limit myself. More than likely, I'm not going to find my soulmate if I do that.
Right.
I look like y'all got a pretty good relationship, Jessa.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a real good
soulmate until I got with my wife. But to my wife now, everybody wasn't a soulmate. Well, I thought it was at first, but then it always goes sour years later. So you investing so much time in the women here just to be for it to fizzle out. That's how it is.
Y'all haven't been together long enough yet, James, just to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I know.
You're still on your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Really.
But I got a good feeling. Just like I got a good feeling.
Don't say that
before I even came to the Philippines.
Hey, James.
I got a good feeling before I came to the Philippines.
Just treat your wife as if you're on honeymoon forever.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's easy to do. That's easy to do with a Filipino.
Yeah.
Because they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, Moments with Mitch says, me and my wife had a disagreement. She thought it was okay to have a boyfriend, and I disagreed.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, man.
So crazy.
Yeah.
That's the beach of life. He was there, him and his beautiful girlfriend, Rowena. Says, "Hey, Sam, you had a great time, I could tell." We all did. I mean, it was really nice putting names to faces. I met some guys, believe it or not, 2 guys that came to that meet and greet. They're from the same hometown in North Carolina.
Wow.
What was the odds of that happening?
Yeah, not too good.
It was pretty good. Now, what's it like being married to a Filipina, John? This is what my viewers are interested in. They're interested in.
I find in the beginning it was a sort of a language barrier because she was just my Scottish accent and her Filipino, and every second word she goes, "Oh, my English is under renovation." I said, what? But she picked up English so well, and she became a school teacher when I met her, and eventually became a nurse, and her English just skyrocketed.
Oh, come on,
It
John.
did.
English.
She still feels negative about her English. And we've got friends here that are saying, oh my God, you think you're a Canadian? She's even going, eh? The way the Canadians talk, it's a good day, eh?
So are you happy?
What's it really like, though? I mean, when the camera's not around, and is it nice to be married to a Filipino versus?
Oh,
you've been married twice. You've had a Western woman and you've had a Filipino.
That's a good question.
Well, actually, my first wife was from South America. She was from Argentina.
Oh, wow.
And her parents they escaped from Europe during the war and moved to Argentina to get away from the German war and all that. And the difference between her and us,
we're best friends.
We're best friends. And actually, it seems to be like I was meant to meet Jessa. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like we were instantly clicked together.
We do arguments.
But did her beauty kind of intimidate you, though?
I felt kind of, oh my God, some guy's going to come along here.
Yeah, even Filipino guys.
Handsome young doctor or something going to come up and hook her up, and away I go, and I'm left there like, hello.
Yeah.
But
I mean, hey, John, it's funny you said that because, when I brought my wife to America, I had to take her to the doctor to get a checkup. Yeah. Don't you know the doctor was hitting on my wife? I didn't know it.
You got my family doctor keeps hitting on her. He says, Jessa, come and work for me.
He work for him.
He owns a huge clinic just north of Toronto. Clinics? He's got about 4 or 5 doctors working for him in his own clinic.
Rich.
Come work for me. Come work for me. And she goes, no.
How much are you making right now? He's asking me all kinds of questions.
Jess, I'll pay you very well. And I said, okay, sure.
Yeah, he didn't know that my wife was with me.
Yeah.
The doctor didn't know we were together. So he's back there with her. He's asking her phone number and everything. Yeah. I should have filed a complaint against him, but I didn't. But I just know that sort of stuff happens over there.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Well, even we're walking through the mall and stuff like that, and I might be looking at something in a window, and I turn around, there's guys talking to Jess, and they come up and say, hi, baby, can I have your phone number? And I said, oh, you have to ask me. I says, because I'm her husband. They go, what?
People thought I'm just a caregiver. I think
when they can go out to the Philippines on their own and find a woman.
You got it.
But they don't want to do that. They rather for you to bring them back.
Yeah.
And then they try to get on.
We've got a name for that. We call them next packs.
Yeah.
Next packs.
Yeah. They don't have a passport. They never been in the Philippines, but they're on these Filipino dating sites, and they love Filipino women. But they won't they wait for you to bring your Filipino home.
Yeah.
And hope things separate so they can start dating your woman.
See,
this is a good question right here.
Yeah.
He said, how difficult early on was it, John, when Jessa was 21? Would you say she was mature at 21?
Well, yes, because she was very educated. She was a school teacher already.
Graduated.
And she graduated. She had a license. And I made the point, and I said, Jess, why do you want to be a school teacher? 40, 50 screaming kids in a classroom. And she said, well,
am I matured enough?
You were matured. You were very mature. But in her own mind, she was saying, oh, I don't know. And she was sort of negative on her own self. But everybody else said, my God, she's very advanced.
Yeah, matured already.
Did you buy her a cell phone? Did you buy her a cell phone when you met?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not going to buy her cell phone, because her phone was, she had a phone.
I don't have a phone during the time we're doing online dating.
No.
2008, it wasn't in our part.
No.
It wasn't that popular yet. So I go to the computer shop to talk to you,
Yeah.
to John.
So for
Almost
5 months, we were doing online yapping, you know.
yeah,
like, you know.
every night after my school.
Right. Yeah. Now, this guy says, Calvin, if you could redo your first trip, would you fly to Manila or Cebu? I flew into Cebu. That was the only thing I did right on my first trip to the Philippines. Everything else I did wrong. I just got on a plane and came to the Philippines. I didn't know anything about the Philippines.
Yeah.
Right.
I could have flown into Tawi for all that I knew. I didn't know. So, no, I would have flew into Cebu because I received a warmer welcome in Cebu.
Yeah, Manila's a zoo.
Yeah, Manila's a zoo.
Yeah.
And I tell people that it's a beehive of activity, and you got to be careful with all that traffic.
Oh, it's insane.
Right.
Yeah,
And what gets me is you fly from America or Canada and you land in Manila and you're waiting to go to Tacloban or something. It's a 12-hour wait for a 1-hour flight. I says, what the heck is this? You got to wait. It's a 12-hour sit in the airport, you know?
Adventure says, all marriages think they're a good thing going the first week into it, James. He's talking to you, James. You said you got that.
They just want to be negative. That's all. I'm staying positive, and that both of us will stay together
How
for
old is
good.
your wife, by the way?
She's 38.
Okay, yeah. So you.
How do you, James? Well, I could have got a younger one, but she was. It seemed like she was ideal for me. We clicked just like this as soon as we got together.
Yeah.
She likes everything that I like. She liked the music. Yeah. She like the old music from the 80s and the 90s. She likes all of. She knows all of that, and she loved art and everything. So, man, it's just we click together. And I never had nobody to click with me like that before here.
Yeah. Now, is it something you don't like about your wife, James? Well, not James, because you haven't been with her long enough. John?
Yeah.
Is it something you like,
What was that?
Something that you don't like about your wife?
She's very shy.
Yeah.
She sort of holds herself back. I said, you know what? When you're in a crowd, don't sit in the corner like a wallflower or a plant. Get up there, mingle, mix, and be yourself. Like, don't hide in the corner. And even when I go to a bunch of friends of mine have a big clubhouse, we go there and she's sort of, I don't know these people. Oh, I said, Jessa, get over here.
I get terrified with.
It's like culture shock, you know.
No, I always get culture shock when I met a new person.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer, John, because I would always get frustrated with my wife. We'd be in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And she'd be afraid to ask for directions. And I'm like, would you ask directions? This is your country, not mine.
Yeah.
You're so shy. I'd be like, come on. I'd be acting like I'm the Filipino and she's the American. Yeah, so that's one thing that guys, and this is why I like to have Filipino foreigner couples on here, because this is the goal. What you got, John and Jessa, is the goal of a lot of my viewers.
Yeah.
So they want to know what it's really like.
That's awesome.
What it's really like.
All I can say in one word, awesome. You know,
yeah.
It really, I put it this way, I was so surprised it hit me like a Mack truck. You know what I mean? Whoa, is this happening?
Yeah.
And that was like, I felt, so, you know, like my age alone was deterrent. Yeah. And I'm looking at her going, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's 21. I'm 59. Yeah. Oh my God, what am I doing? I began to relive the attacks of my 3 kids, you know. Dad, you're an idiot, you know. And, you know, you get that.
You weren't old, John. You were only 59.
I know, but I mean, to me, I was an antique compared to 21. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it proved myself wrong, and wow.
Yeah, there is a question.
Well, I tell guys on here all the time, when I first met a young Filipino, I had to keep pinching myself. Like, am I dreaming? Is this really real? I mean, and that's what I tell them, because they'll say what they're not gonna do. I say, yeah, you say that 8,000 miles
Yeah.
away. When you get here and she's standing right in front of you, and you see that long flowing hair, it smells like you can smell the cream silk from in the taxi cab, and you see that smooth skin and everything.
Reality hits you.
Yeah, reality's gonna kick in real quick. Will Sutton, thanks for that super chat. He said, John, what's your best advice for foreign men for having a long, happy marriage with a Filipino?
Oh, that's very simple. To me, it was anyway. I took her as, wow, she's really into what I am, and I'm into what she is into. And I was more or less, you hear horror stories about people coming there and they don't get involved with the family. They feel like, oh my God.
You get involved.
I get involved with the family.
And that's what I love about John.
I get involved with the family right away.
In fact, John, you influence a lot.
Yeah.
My whole family drinks alcohol, especially my father. But since we've met,
and I don't drink and I don't smoke,
and my father, seen that, was like, wow, and he stopped. He stopped
drinking completely.
Yeah.
And I was like, and another thing too is all her nephews and nieces. I says, Jessa, none of your family speak English except for you and your older sister. She's a school teacher. So I started not bugging them. I just said, look, guys, if you go into a mall up north, like the Robinson Mall in Manila, and they're hiring 500 people at a job fair, and the manager shouts out, everybody that speaks Tagalog, hands up. Everybody puts their hand up. Everybody that speaks Waray or Cebuano, put your hand up. Maybe 50% put it up. And he says, okay, who speaks English? Maybe 50 people put their hand up. Okay, you 50 come here, the rest of you go home. And that is the thing I tried to instill in their minds was, it's not for me, you guys learn English. And now all our kids, all our nephews, nieces, they speak amazing English. In fact, one nephew won the provincial speaking and also the mathematics award for the whole province of Samar.
Yeah. But how much of their language? What language do you speak?
Waray. In Samar.
How much of that do you speak, John?
Very little, because the joke was in our family, don't let John learn local language because he's going to have many oyabs. I says, what's oyabs? He says, girlfriends.
You know what? Wow. At his age, I struggled a lot.
Oh, she's jealous.
Because in our first year of marriage, there's so many girls wanted to get his number.
Oh,
and I was so jealous.
I'm in the mall and girls I'm sitting in a cafe.
So I didn't teach.
Bo's Cafe or something in Robinson Mall.
Yeah.
And there's a wooden shelf around you, like a wall. And she was in a store buying jeans. I'm sitting there and all of a sudden somebody's going, oh God, hello. This girl goes, where are you from? I says, Canada. Oh. And their friends with her, the two of them saying, can I have your number? I said, no. And I said, no, my wife's in that store right now. She's coming out in a minute. So they left. And then 2 minutes later, they come back and they're tapping me in the shoulder again. And they're trying to hand me this paper. And Jessa goes,
and that's one
get out of here.
Downside of our marriage, because
girls are trying to hustle me, and in the mall, and she's with me.
Yeah.
See,
I was nice looking then, by the way. I was nice looking then.
Jessa, that you just said about the women trying to hit on John, because people don't believe it when I tell them that. But
yes, it is.
Question: the key really for a foreign man dating a Filipino or marrying her is just be faithful, because you can't do anything worse than cheating here.
Yeah.
If you go inside a relationship out of marriage, you're done. That's the worst thing you can do. You can drink, you can do, whatever else you want to do, but just be faithful.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, John, respect. Yeah, he
Yeah,
respect me a
I
lot, and
respected
that's
Tessa
how I
100%.
think
And
that's how it works.
I just laughed at a lot of them. Actually, it was a compliment. An old guy like me, so many young girls come up and say, "Hi, can I have your number?" And I'm like, "Why?"
Even at your
You
late
know?
60s,
Yeah.
even at his
James, where's
My
your
wife's
wife
jealous.
from?
What was that?
Huh?
Where's your wife from, James?
Oh, James.
Luzon. She from Luzon, in the
Listen.
Yeah,
Luzon
where?
area. Bamban Tarlik.
Huh?
Tarlik.
Oh,
Tarlet.
Tarlac.
Bam Tarlac.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, did y'all go
Yeah.
anywhere else? Or you just stayed there.
We just stayed there generally. We went around out there, but we didn't go anywhere.
So you didn't go to the? Did you go to the beach? I'm sure, didn't you, John? I mean, James.
Nope. We didn't go to
You
the
didn't go.
beach. We were planning on going, we was going to Subic Bay. We was going to go to Subic Bay, but then I think they threw a party. Her family threw a party, and then we went there instead. They always throw parties over there.
wow.
Always.
What
and
is your
staying.
favorite food
My
over there?
favorite food is
Filipino
the
food, he said.
the chicken, the sweet and sour chicken, manok, and the gulai,
Yeah, that's the
all the
best.
vegetables and stuff. And no,
Did you learn
it's
any language, James?
that's Tagalog. That's Tagalog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what did you
And
learn? Did you learn anything?
yeah, I learned a lot of words, but I haven't been able to really put the words together. So I can say certain things, but I just can't,
Can you say
but I
good
can
morning?
understand it. I can
Can you say
understand
good
what they
morning?
say. Huh?
Can you say good morning?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Magandang umaga. Magandang
Okay, yeah.
umaga.
Yeah, that's all you
Yeah.
need to say, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's all you need to say, huh?
Yeah.
And
He
salamat,
said this
salamat.
Friday. Yeah, salamat. Yeah. He says
Yep.
this Friday will be 1 month in the Philippines. My long distance relationship is ended. I'm 68 years young on October the 2nd. Lorna is 56. The 12-year age gap's okay with me. Thanks for the great info. Also, so it ended. Also, you're together now.
Way
So
to
the long
go.
distance relationship ended, and now you're together.
Good.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. Now that's most of the guys who come over, because the first time I came over, I dated a 41-year-old Filipino. I was 45, by the way. I thought it was a good thing. But she told me, I didn't even know. She said, most foreigners that come over here, they date younger women. And see, I didn't know anything about it. But once she told me, my mind started working. The minute I got home, I got online and started chatting with younger women. But I didn't know, because 56 is pretty old of a Filipino, I'm saying. Right, Jesse?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't see
No, I mean, for a foreigner,
that. Right.
like he was 59, he
Uh-huh.
didn't come over there and date a 56-year-old.
No. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
lucky. I met her. I was like, wow.
yeah,
It was like I won the lottery.
Oh, come on.
yeah.
Wow.
Lord.
And all my friends here in Canada, they're all saying, you lucky old. I won't say what they said, but
Of course.
how do you find such a beautiful girl? I said, I don't know. I said, it must be my Scottish accent or something. I don't know.
No.
But it's
Now, has
funny.
has she changed over the years?
Yes, she's becoming. She's actually
I
picking up a Canadian and Scottish
I
accent, to
talk
tell
to
you the truth.
people a little bit
Yeah,
now.
she's
And
getting
you know
more
what?
open.
This is one of the reason why I created the YouTube channel, because I enjoyed a lot talking to people online.
Yeah.
I told John I was talking to because I was trying to grow my channel, right? So somebody told me, "Oh, you have to You have to mingle with YouTube
Yeah.
community, and that's how it started. And I enjoyed talking to them, even just online. And I'm
Yeah.
lonely here. I don't have any family, and I found YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, I'm enjoying. I'm
Yeah.
happy right now.
What part of Canada do you live, John?
We're about
Ontario.
an hour and a half drive north of Toronto,
Near
Ontario.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
the
right.
reason I'm in this area is because my son was living here and my daughter lives an hour the other direction. They're sort of spread out an hour and a half apart. But I was giving him a hand renovating his house, etc. So we settled
Right.
in this area.
Mhm.
What part of Memphis do you live in, James?
Uh, North Memphis.
What, like on
North.
White? What's that called? White side or something?
No, it ain't the White
Whitehaven?
Side. Whitehaven. No, I'm way away from Whitehaven. I'm closer to downtown. 15 minutes
Oh,
from downtown.
so you live in the hood?
Nah, man. Well, every place is the hood. Every place
Yeah,
got a hood. Even in the
Yeah.
Philippines, they got hood.
yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In America, it's a difference because when you bring your Filipino wife there and you at work, see that's why when I made sure that when I brought my Filipino wife over, we lived in a diverse neighborhood. I wasn't gonna bring
Right.
her back to the hood because I knew they wasn't gonna respect me. Whenever I was not around, they were gonna be all in her face. So I just brought her somewhere where it was more diversity, and she liked it
Right.
too.
But
Mhm.
look, Calvin, we're not going to be here that long. We're going to only be here about a year or two. And then I'm moving to the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'm
So
moving
how
to
old
the
are you, James?
Philippines.
How old are you?
56.
Okay, so you got how many? What, 6 more years you can retire?
Yep. But I'm my masking tape. I've been selling my masking tape and stuff. So, I was just gonna try to work with that. Try to sell some stuff, out there or something until I can get to retirement,
Yeah, I wanted
62.
to. That's why I gave you that suggestion about that Elvis. If you ever make that Elvis mask and tape figure, you're gonna become famous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're right there in Memphis. You're right there where he lived and became a legend. And you have to do the Elvis Presley. If not, it's gonna be a long battle up here, man. You do that Elvis Presley, you're gonna be on every news channel in the country.
That's true. Yeah. Memphis area.
Well, I live around a lot of Latinos, okay?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
most of them, they respect my art. That's my main crowd of people who comes to my classes, who buys my art and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the regular other people, they really don't buy my art that much. They just say, "Oh, I like that. Oh, that's beautiful," but they never buy anything. The Latino community embrace me. You know,
Hmm.
Okay.
that's
Uh,
that's that's good. Yep.
what's up, Love and Freedom? This a guy. He was watching me. I probably had 200 subscribers. Him and Black American Expat Radio. This guy's been around a long time. He lives in
Mhm.
Mexico, by the way.
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
He lives in Mexico.
Yeah.
He said, "How old are you, John, right now?"
Right now, I'm 73 years old, and I keep telling people I'm 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what
Yeah.
about Jessa?
I'm
Did your friends?
35.
No,
Oh.
no, I know that. But when you met John, did any of your friends make fun of you and say, "Hey, what are you doing with that old man?" or anything?
Any of your girlfriends? Yeah. Some of them.
Yes, I got all kinds of comments
All
from
kinds
my
of discrimination
friends.
comments,
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want.
but Yeah, you gotta be strong to because peer pressure is big,
Yeah.
especially when you're 21. So I've got to applaud you for being able to
You know what?
brush that off.
He even went to my graduation, and there's thousands
Oh, it
of
was a massive
people
10,000
there because
students
it's a
there,
big
and I walked down the
university.
aisle with her to get her
Yeah,
diploma,
and
and they're all looking at me going, "Holy
I
cow!"
was just proud of it because that was my dream. No, no,
We got an
because
applause.
when
We
you
got an
have,
applause.
as a province girl growing up in a small province, when you have a foreign boyfriend, it's just like it lift your status.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
that's why I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't shy.
I
I
was
was
embarrassed going down because I was the
Yeah.
only guy, the only foreigner
plus
among
John.
10,000 people.
He
My
was
God.
well. I'm telling you guys, I think most Filipinas love heights. Even we're 4 4 feet tall.
Yeah,
We love 6 footers.
I'm
No, most
6'3".
Filipinas anyway. Most Filipinas, in my experience, and I love his height. And he wasn't bad looking. He was good at 59.
And I
And
wasn't skinny like
he
now. I
wasn't
was
skinny
muscular.
like
I was
that. He
very,
was
very
he
muscular
got
at that
muscle.
time.
We love people,
Yeah.
guys with muscle as well, even at my age, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I was proud of it.
I
But
tell
then,
you, I was afraid going down the aisle. I was saying, "Oh my God." I
yeah,
looked at the crowd and went, "Oh my, I got to walk away down there." And all these people are going, "Ooh, who's that?" You know,
it
that was
was
it.
okay. It was,
Y'all give a lot of people watching this live stream right now hope because a lot of guys they just don't believe they can come over here and
Oh,
like they think all Filipinos are scammers, and I tell them they're not.
no,
Very
far
Nope.
from it.
small percentage of them are.
Far from it.
the Filipino.
Nope.
If you don't
Yeah.
come to the Philippines, you're
Huh?
missing a big part of your life.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. You're missing out a lot. My God, the Philippines is #1 in my books.
Did
And I've
you
been
chat
all over the
anybody?
world.
Mine too.
Did you chat anybody else besides John, Jessa?
Were
What
you
was
chatting with anybody else besides me?
no, no, because that was the first day. My friend wanted to have a foreign boyfriend that day as well, so we joined
The
that
school computers.
the school computers when our instructor
So
went out.
the first day you got on the website, you met
He was
John?
there also on
Yeah,
the first day.
my first day online and her
So
first
Wow.
day
I
online.
never talked to any foreign guy. I
No.
got hooked right away.
It was odd, very odd. I says, Jess, if you want to talk to me, here's my email address and here's my phone number. If you want to call me collect, please do so.
My English was so terrible.
Yeah, and
And
I
when
couldn't wait.
he-
I emailed her right away.
When he popped out on that site, I was like, oh my God, I can practice my English with this guy. He speaks really good English.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things when you date province women is, well, our Filipino is terrible too. So, it works
Yeah.
both ways, but that's the challenge because a lot of times they just speak their language 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Because
That's
people
true.
always want to know, they say, well, should I date should I date a province woman or a city woman? You wouldn't know, John, because that's the first woman you ever dated.
Yeah, it's true because I didn't know any Filipinos actually other than hi, hello, and that's it. But that's back in Canada, I met through friends, but and it wasn't the same. But when you actually went there and I met Jessa, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I'm on another planet,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what about the children thing? Do y'all somebody
You
put over here? No, somebody put over here. Did y'all plan on having children?
Yeah, that was a big thing with Jessa and her family.
That was also the
Yeah,
downside of
the
our
downside.
marriage because we're already married
Oh, okay.
when I found out that
I had the snip.
he
Yeah,
never
yeah.
told me
Yeah.
ahead of
I
time.
didn't think it was anything.
I always wanted to
See?
have a complete family. That was
Yeah.
my dream because we're very family, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
oriented.
Well, I didn't want to bring that up and make an argument or anything. I was just
No.
he asked the question over here. He says, "Hey, do they plan on having children?"
Mm.
Yeah, I always wanted to have
Yeah,
one,
No, So you didn't know.
No, I don't know until
I didn't think it was anything
Y'all
to.
ain't married.
Yeah.
But it was okay because I've got all kinds of nieces and nephews. In
So
fact,
what, Jane? I mean, so what did you? Was you afraid if you told her she wasn't gonna?
No, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about it, Calvin. I was just saying, oh my, she's a beautiful girl, and I'll go over there and meet her, etc. But I didn't even enter my mind. I don't know. It was like it went right over my head.
yeah, it made me.
And then
think
when
a
I
lot,
told her,
too.
she went, "Oh, what? What do you mean you can't have a child?" I said, "Well, I had a vasectomy and blah blah blah."
It made me think a lot. I was
And
like,
that was taboo in the
oh.
Philippines to start with, you know.
Yeah.
You have to be honest
Yeah,
upfront
I
because
didn't know that was
that marriage almost, you know.
What about? Can't you reverse that or what?
No,
That's expensive.
No, I could have got it done if I'd done it earlier, but I was too late. It was done a long time ago, so it was like,
Okay, yeah.
no.
John, I mean, James, let me ask you, do y'all plan on having any more children, James?
No, I told her I didn't want any more. I told her that we're gonna have to use birth control or something.
Are you gonna have the vasectomy?
Yeah, no, I ain't having no vasectomy. No. And well, she said she was gonna take birth control or something, but because she don't like condoms. I don't either. So that just works out good.
Hey,
that
James,
works out good.
James, don't be afraid of a vasectomy. They don't cut it off. It's just a little snip in a tube.
No, but I know how my mind goes. I know how my mind thinks. Once I get it snipped, then everything's just gonna get this in disarray. I already know.
Yeah.
I know how my mind thinks. Once they snip it, I'm just gonna be I'm like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we gonna use some kind of birth control. She said she can get the shot where
no.
You don't want to do that because she's gonna blow up. She's gonna blow up like a balloon.
Don't do that.
You have a big Shirley in America.
No, she'll be Big Shirley then.
Yes, she's gonna be Big Shirley over there. You don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want any more because with this one right here, she having problems like talking about, oh, my stomach, walking funny and stuff like that. And I don't like to see her like that. I really don't. I like her the way she used to be. But I love that she's pregnant. I think she's beautiful when she's pregnant. But I don't want any more kids. I don't want any more.
Yeah.
But if it happens,
it's tough.
If it happens,
it's older because my nerves aren't as good as they used to be when I was 29, 39. Booby's 2 years old, and I mean, man, she runs me crazy. I mean, because at that 2 years old, they know that they're the boss, and all they got to do is start screaming and hollering, and they can get their
I don't like that.
Make my head hurt, and I'm like, but I wouldn't.
Well, I got a lot of patience around little kids. I got a lot of patience around. I work with kids every day. I do mask and take treasures classes for little kids, and all of them screaming and stuff, and I get them all to calm down, So I've got a lot of patience around kids, Nice. But if I get older, you never know.
Either that or get good plugs.
Believe it or not, James, you're gonna have more children because Filipinos, they're very religious. They're very conservative. I don't know how well she's going to take to that birth control thing.
No,
James.
We don't try it. We just gonna try. If we have another one, I don't care, but I'm gonna try not to. Try not to.
Hey, Mike Dorsonville, this is not the James that I should have. I mean, this is not the John I should have on the channel. He died. This is a new John.
He's always somebody else, and he's mixing me up with someone else.
John.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too many guys called John out there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of favor him, and your wife favors his wife.
Yeah.
So I could see where he gets it kind of messed up. But no, this is John from Canada, not from West Virginia. I had a friend named John. We called him Moonshine Shoulders. He passed away.
Moonshine.
Passed away back in January. He had a heart attack.
Oh God.
He was over here in the Philippines, by the way. He just ended up in the wrong hospital.
Oh.
And they didn't have enough experience with heart attacks. So when he finally transferred to Changhua Hospital in Cebu, it was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How old was
he was only 61.
61.
Wow.
That's
God.
bad.
But he drank and smoked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a thing on my channel about that.
Do you smoke or drink, James? I mean, John?
No,
Oh,
I'm vape.
I've never
I
smoked in
just
my life. No.
Do you
Never.
I drink occasionally, maybe at an event, a party or something. I might have one, maybe rum and coke. I love Appleton rum from Jamaica. I love that stuff. My God. But I moderate.
Jessa, do you drink?
No.
No, really.
I hate alcohol.
You don't drink beer? Seems like everybody in the Philippines drinks beer. You don't drink beer?
I know they tried to get me to drink it. I told them, look, I'm not drinking none of that. Now, I tried the food, all the foods that they have, except the pork, because I don't eat that. So they know I don't eat pork. So they give me turkey, chicken, manok, pabo, baka, all of that. That's all I eat. That's all. That's all.
Right.
Yeah, he said, hey,
I
brother
don't
Cal, hope all is well. Your meet and greet video was nice. Good to see all the people there. Yeah, we had a great time. And then that Meg's Resort is a nice place. And it's very inexpensive. They only wanted 350 pesos per person.
Wow.
And then what we did was we bought all the beer and bought the liquor. They didn't even charge me for bringing the liquor there. Normally they do. But yeah, we had a great time. And, you know, a lot of children went swimming. I guess it was about 60 people there, including children.
That's a good turnout, 60 people.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot more than I expected. The next one will be bigger, though. It just keeps getting bigger. And I think eventually I'm going to have to rent a bigger venue.
Yeah, find a big hall or something for a big crowd.
Yeah.
It looked like you had a good time, Calvin. You look like you had a good time.
Yeah, where there's a swimming pool, just in case people want to swim. But you know, when you mix drinking and swimming, it's not good.
No.
Especially over here, a lot of people die.
Yeah, unnecessary deaths in the swimming pool or in the ocean, you know.
Yeah, from drinking.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Mike. He said he meant James. Oh, okay, not John.
Oh.
Well, he says, have you guys?
I'm not genius.
Tomorrow, but I think y'all spent most of y'all time around Lady and Samar, right?
What was that, Jessa?
No, it says, have you guys been to Cagayan de Oro?
No, actually, my brother was down there quite a few times from Scotland, and he was dating a girl from he went to Cagayan de Oro, and her father came and took him to a place called Malabalay, and then your other uncle's house in Valencia, and it was weird. He says, I was sort of wondering why those 4 police officers came with their father. And then he found out he he was the chief of police. He said, "Oh my God!" He said the escort to go through. He says he'd never seen so many pineapples in his life. It was a 2-hour drive, and all you could smell was pineapples in the air going from Cagayan de Oro to Malabalay and then to Valencia. He says it's amazing. He loved the Philippines. He loved the Philippines. And
Yusuf said, Calvin, get a karaoke. Yeah, we had a karaoke at the first one, and they were singing karaoke there. I just didn't get it on camera. But you know, you can't have a party in the Philippines without karaoke.
Right.
no,
Nope.
Yeah, you're not.
Man, I was so hard. I left so my throat. I couldn't even talk leaving there.
And then remember, the Filipinos, they have their own music that they dance to. Because
yes,
I was playing dance music, but they like this electronic stuff that.
I do too.
I
like that.
They like that.
Yeah.
That's house music, man. That's house music.
This is their house music.
Yeah. I used to DJ and play that type of music. So that's what I'm saying. We ideal for each other.
All the disco and all that, they won't get up. But the minute you turn on that they all doing everything. It's funny. But am I lying, Jesse? You know I'm terrible too.
Yeah.
I never sang in my life. I would never sing in my whole life until I went to the Philippines. Everybody's come on. And I'm going, I don't know the words. And then it's this TV screen, I'm trying to sing. And then one of the foreigners, they said, "Hey, John, do you know the way to San Jose?" I says, "Is that a song?" He says, "No, hurry up. The bus is leaving."
Yeah, man. They had me singing out there. They had me singing out there for 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
Not back to back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How do you pronounce this, Jessa? What's he saying?
What is it? The budots?
Oh, Buddha. Yeah, that's the music.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about a while ago.
Dance,
the dance like
what's it called?
budot.
Budot.
That's the name of the music. It's kind of mixed up a dirty dancing.
Yeah. All her nephews and nieces do it. They're all dancing it. Yeah.
Oh, Jabraz says, Calvin, for first time visitor to the Philippines, I would say Cebu first, because Manila is just, it's a lot going on in Manila. If you get stuck in that traffic, you may never come back to the Philippines.
Oh, no.
I
hated the Manila. I hated it.
Are those taxis? You may run into the wrong taxi. They charge you 1,000 pesos just to take you around the block.
Yeah, 2 blocks away, and you've got 1,000 pesos. Whoa, wait a minute, buddy.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
How much is it, Calvin, if you take a cab from Manila to, like, say, Tarlac? I'm going to Clark though.
If I were you, what do you say? You going to Clark? Is that where you going?
Yeah.
I wouldn't I'd take the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm going.
Hmm?
That's why I'm going to Clark instead of Manila this time, because Clark is closer to her.
Right.
Clark.
Yeah.
The airport, the Clark Airport. Yeah, they should have buses and also commuter vans that go from A to B, a hotel service, etc., from the airport and all that. And they're not too bad,
Well, he said the foreigners enjoy the Philippines more than the Filipinos. It's just like foreigners enjoy America more than the Americans. It's new to us, and where we live is new to them.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you watch Filipinos, you will learn how to have fun over here.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to relax when we get over here. We just move in. Filipinos, they can stand still. It's hard for us to stand still.
Right.
Yeah.
He said,
you guys.
Yeah,
That's what I couldn't get used to. It was
I know who can stand in long lines like that. I can't do it.
oh
No, me either.
no.
Lines over here are treacherous.
Mm.
I mean, but they'll stand there all day and just sit there, wait for their NBI report or whatever it is they're waiting on. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
I would leave and come back if I were in America. We don't stand in lines in America.
No. Self checkout.
They've even got oh sorry.
Mm.
They even have a policy here with the bank I deal in Canada, called the Bank of Nova Scotia, and they're all over Canada and all over the world. But they have a policy that if you wait in line more than 5 minutes, they give you $5.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
They gonna hurry up and get you out of there.
And when I went to the bank in the Philippines, I went in there and I see all these people sitting in chairs, maybe hundreds of them, going, "What are you doing?" He says, "Oh, come up here, take this number." And I'm like, "What?" Take a
Yeah,
number?
that's what they do. Now
Oh.
I'm in a little place like St. Carlos City, and they do the same thing. But I don't go to the bank on Monday.
No.
I had to go yesterday because I'm going down to Mindanao. But normally, I don't do it because you're gonna get that card and you're gonna sit in that chair and you're gonna be in there because they count the money so slow. They count it 3 to 4 times. And you'd be like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Yeah, it's very slow.
That's why I go to the ATM. I just go to the ATM.
Right.
Yeah, and most of
Put
the
my
time
card
they're
in
not
there.
working.
Sometimes they don't even work.
They don't
But
work,
I
no.
just try to take enough out and stash it somewhere and just break off a little piece of that and spend. That's mostly what I do.
Well, I want to thank y'all for joining the panel today. I'm going to have to cut it a little short today because I've got to go and check to see if my passport is ready. Because I extended here. This is where I extend in Dumaguete because I use JRC for my extension. You don't have to do it, but when you come to a place like Dumaguete, Cebu, Manila, I would say do it because it's an all-day affair. But someplace like Bacolod, Tacloban, did you ever extend into Tacloban, John?
Actually, I within a year of me arriving in the Philippines, I got permanent resident status.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what about up until then? Where were you extended?
Up until then, actually, I had a friend. He was an immigration officer. He was higher up guy, and he sort of says to me, "You know what? If you go all the way up to Manila, you got to go to the area they have." And I went, "Oh my God!" And I went up there to get my passport, stamped up with a new visa. And it was window 5, window 7, window 11. Oh my God, this is insane. It was line up hundreds of people. And it was it was like a 2-day event. And then after that, he says, just come to me. And he did all the paperwork for me. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then I made one trip to Manila, got my fingerprints, my picture taken, and an interview with a judge up there. And I got my permanent resident sticker right in inside my passport. It's awesome.
Good.
Even coming through the airport, it was a breeze. Oh, there you go. They go, oh, welcome home, sir.
Yeah, it's
Did
because
y'all leave the Philippines before the pandemic?
Yes, I left to come home for a thing to do with my family. And then when I came back with Jessa to Canada, back and forward, I came back again with Jessa. The COVID thing hit, and everything came to a boom standstill. So for 2 years, we were like, "Wow, we're in the twilight zone here,"
Yeah.
Nothing was moving, and
Now,
she couldn't get around. Yeah,
has the crime over here. Of course, you want to use your due diligence. You don't want to walk in Tondo in Manila after midnight.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's fairly safe. I've been here over 13 years. I've never had a problem.
No.
It just depends. I can't say it's safe for you because I don't know you. I don't know what you're into. who you hang around with, where you go, but it's safe for me. I live a
Yeah.
pretty simple life.
I felt very safe down there. No, not a
That
problem.
is in summer.
Yeah. And Samar had a bad reputation for foreigners. They sort of a lot of even the
Kidnapping.
people are down there, vloggers like people from forget his name, Kulas and all these guys, Gino. They all
They're
go.
in
They
Mindanao.
all sort of disappear. They don't go near Samar for some
They
reason.
do, John.
They go
They
there,
go
but
there.
then they don't stay long. It's in and out.
Yeah, most foreigners.
Yeah, most foreigners. I was the only foreigner living in the city when I was there
Full
Yeah.
time.
full
I
time.
know Samar is one of the poorest uh,
It's
islands in the Philippines. Is
Yeah,
that what yes, sir?
yeah.
yeah, they called it like a
The forgotten province. That's
forgotten
what I called it.
province because they don't.
Yeah.
We don't really have big malls like in
No,
Cebu. It's a small
Yeah.
province. Not a
well,
lot
it's a
of
big
foreigner
province, but not a
would
lot of
stay
people.
there because everything is just like out of stock.
Yeah, that was thought. That was a favorite
He
word.
was the only one
Yeah.
who lived there for.
What about beaches? Y'all got nice beaches
We do
there?
have
Yeah, Eastern
in the
Samar, down around
yes,
Giwan
and
area and all that.
northern
In
Samar.
northern Samar,
Yeah,
up around Allen and
What, white
Ormoc there.
sand? White
yeah,
sand?
yeah. White sand and
White sand, nice waves, and lots of surfing down on the east
falls.
side, down around Giwan
Yeah.
area.
Actually, Samar
Oh,
is
wow.
not good. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I
We
liked
have
it. I liked
tourist
Samar.
spots there too. But
What's your family makeup, Gisa? Do you have sisters and brothers?
yeah, I do have three. I'm number three. I got we're four sisters
Four
and
sisters, and two
two
brothers.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
they're
got
all
four
married.
sisters.
Yeah, we're four
Yeah,
sisters.
complete four, including Jessa.
Yeah.
Four, and then
So they're
And they're
all
all.
married.
I
Are
know. One
any
is
of
still
them married?
single. My youngest sister. She's the youngest, and she's only 21. She's also
yeah.
studying to become a medtech.
And believe me, Calvin, she could be a model. Oh my God, she is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, that's
And
what that was the next question.
Oh,
Would you suggest that she date a foreigner? Are you trying to tell her not to date foreigners, Jessa?
I think her perspective is a little different from mine because she lived with us for 10 years
yeah,
and she knew what type of discrimination we got from the people. Like calling me granddaughter, calling you grandfather.
yeah,
She's seen that, and I think her perspective in life is gonna be different from mine.
yeah,
She wants to have a foreign boyfriend, but the age, I don't think she would prefer to have an older foreigner because of what she's seen from
yeah. She's
us.
seen through us. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
through us.
That's a big
Mm.
difference. See,
yeah,
she grew up under your wings.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
her experience is a whole lot different. She had by her living with you and John, her life was a lot better than yours then.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because she
Right.
lived, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
10
mean, she
years.
didn't struggle. She didn't struggle as much.
No,
No. Yeah, that's the big
that was a big help
difference.
to her and her niece. The two of them lived with us for 10 years, so it was.
What was some of the how hard did you struggle, Jessa? See, this is what a lot of foreigners, men especially, we can't
Um,
wrap our
I
minds
want to
around.
be honest. I want to be honest. In the beginning, when I first met John through online,
No,
what
not
was
John.
it?
Growing up, how hard was your struggle
Oh, your
with
life.
your family?
Who, Jessa?
Yeah, Jessa.
It was
Rough life.
yeah, it was rough, but
Yeah.
my father was able to send us all to school, to college. He's a fisherman. It was rough. We're
She's
struggling.
very poor family.
Yeah, we don't have a nice house and everything. We're poor. We're poor. But my father is always wanted to send us to school to
Yeah.
finish school because he didn't finish his
Yeah.
college. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. There
He-
are times. There are times, especially during the Christmas day, that we don't have food in the table. So I think that's the reason also why I studied hard, and
Yeah.
because that was the only thing that I thought is going to to save me for the better future. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm trying to get guys to understand when they come over here and they meet the Filipino. A lot of them say, "Oh, I'm not going to help a family. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that." I'm saying, guys, you don't understand. Some of these women really struggle. They come from families, they don't have a whole lot, and it
No.
doesn't take a whole lot to help.
Yeah.
Does it, John?
It doesn't. It's that way. I spend sometimes more going to a local restaurant here than what they're really needing to survive there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
It's insane the difference of quality of life down there if you have no money and you're struggling to make ends meet and you're trying to raise a bunch of kids like her family was, 4 girls, 2 boys, and the father's just a fisherman. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
you've seen
It
the
was like,
reality.
I was like, oh God, how
I'm
can
just
people
saying to have some consideration, show a little consideration when you come over
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
people. Gotta understand,
Yeah.
you know, that they're not coming from the same standard of living that you come from. Because I've been around guys that's cringy. They don't want to sit down. They don't want to eat. They don't want to do anything. I'm like, well, why are you over in the Philippines?
Yeah, why are you here? Yeah.
For? You know, you should have known this before you came. But on the other hand, they have a lot of what we don't have. See, a lot of Filipinos I've met in coming, they're genuinely happy though, despite you know having their lack. I mean, despite the lack. Whereas we have everything and we're miserable as hell. You know, so you know it's a balancing act. But I just wanted you to kind of talk about that a little bit because I don't think Filipino vloggers talk enough about that.
No.
I don't think that they talk. They don't show us enough of what life is really like over here.
And they don't show you the reality.
Right.
Yeah.
They leave it to a foreigner to do it, and of course, he's going to have the wrong view of it. And that's why I try to help Filipino vloggers because we want to see the real Philippines. If I did it, they would accuse me of exploiting Filipinos if I went around and showed it. But if you showed it, it'd just be your way of life. And it's very interesting to me. But we don't hear it much. The minute that they start vlogging, they start talking about stuff that we already know about, really. We already have an experience with. So, you know, it might give you some ideas for your vlog because I asked you early on, what's going to make your vlog any different? Because it seems like everybody's doing the same thing. The easiest thing you can do, Jessa, is this. Talk about your own life.
Your own life.
Right.
Yeah.
Thing you can do if you want to make vlogs.
Because everybody is unique. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes you unique.
Right.
You. But the minute you start talking about everything, you become a tour guide or travel channel. It's too many of them out here.
I understand.
People want to know about Jessa and they want to know about John and what it's really like being married to somebody who's old enough to be your grandfather, basically.
Right.
You said that's right.
Talk about that. To talk about it.
Oh, thanks for that.
Nobody's gonna watch you.
Yeah, because we got all kinds of comment like that. So, that's a good topic.
Because that's something really interesting. People want to know what's it like being married to a 73-year-old man. Do you have to change his diapers or something? You know.
Almost there.
Oh, she's bad.
I'm just joking. How many people want to know the inside? So you can go on the inside, but
that's the
I think
reason.
that you got some potential, and it will be good.
Yes.
To do that now, and then when you come back here, you've already got a following, and you can go home and say, "This is who I am for real."
Right.
We don't really know you. We're looking at you now. You're living in a your place is nicer than mine.
No, you know, that's one thing I said about Jessa to be unique. With her being a nurse in the Philippines, we actually went out. I took my van and we drove out to these places, remote places. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
We're up in the middle of
I've been a
nowhere, up in the
community.
mountains, little barangays, maybe 300 people living in it. And she started talking to the barangay captain and says, look, I want to do medical records. This is why. She says, and it's talking Morai. So she's made out sheets of paper, your name, your wife's name, your kids' names. She's got the sphygmomanometer, stethoscope, and oximeter, all this stuff. And she's checking all these people. And it says, this is your file. If you ever go to the city, give it to the doctor.
Yeah.
And that's your life stats. And I said, that, if we'd have had a camera back then, would have been an awesome video.
Yeah.
Because we never thought about that. We just did it to help. Because some of these people have never seen a city. They've never seen a white guy before, and especially 6'3". They're going, what the hell is that?
Well, I have so much thing in my
There's a guy here, he's got a blog, he's called The Black Man in the Village.
Yeah.
He does the same thing, but he kind of took some flack for it. And that's why I say, Jessica can get away with things that we can't get away with over here.
That's true.
It's the same thing. He tries to give them checkups because he's a nurse too. And everything like that, but he got some backlash about it. But this question is for James. Thanks, Rostanati, for the super chat. He said, James, how much allowance do you give your wife?
About roughly 300 or 350 every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's about 700 per month, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see, that's good, James, for your, because she's your wife. Now, how much was you giving her before you came to the Philippines? Be honest.
Nothing. I really wasn't giving her nothing. I was sending her little gifts and stuff like that,
So
but I didn't. I wouldn't. She wouldn't take money from me. She wouldn't take money. When I tried to give her money, she didn't want it.
Okay. So John, did you buy a condo, a house in the Philippines?
Well, actually, a month after I got there, I went with Jess's mum and her sister, the school teacher. And while she was at university getting her paperwork for her graduation, we went house hunting. And I bought, they showed me houses. I'm going, oh my God, no, I don't, no, I'm looking for a house.
We're married already.
We're married. Yeah. And we found this house. It was a beautiful one. So it was a 3-story house right in the city. And
but it's gone now.
We sold that and moved to Leyte. Yeah.
Hey, Michael beat your life. Y'all let this guy slip through right here. This is a troll right here. This guy.
Oh.
But I already got rid of him though. But I'm saying, they let him get through.
So, something, Alvin? How you deal with trolls? You tell them to go down to the harbor and rent a fishing boat and use the fishing line, go trolling all day.
I don't have trolls. I've got stalkers.
But they get in.
I got stalkers. The people make 7 to 10 minute videos about me. They
good God,
write to the NBI alleging fake charges and all that stuff. See, I don't have. I wish I did have trolls. I kind of wish for the good old days when all I got was people on here talking about how I look and everything like that. But now they've gone beyond that, and I hope that's one thing that Filipino vloggers are protected from.
Yeah,
you really don't have the stalkers and the trolls that
like a foreigner
he has. I mean, it gets pretty bad. Yeah. If you couldn't handle it. See, I can handle it because I'm from the hood. I grew up. This kind of stuff don't bother me, but somebody like you, Jessa, you wouldn't be able to deal with it. I had to back in August, I had to go to Bacolod. I had to sit in front of the NBI and explain some fake charges that these people had wrote. They said I was human trafficking. They said I was involved in human trafficking. And, those charges are so serious that, the Filipino government takes that serious. They're going to say, hey, are you really human trafficking? I'm like, no. But that's the kind of stuff they do to me. They would never do that to you because they wouldn't get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get off here. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the last word. Jessup, tell us of your channel again. What's
Media channel.
Yeah, just a K channel. Yeah, it's just all about life experiences. It could, yeah, that was a good
Say the
idea
name of it?
to just a K channel.
Just a K channel.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
what's going on in y'all life right now? Y'all planning a vacation? When the next time you come to the Philippines?
yeah. I think in a month or
A month or
so.
so.
I don't know if John will be coming over.
I've got a
with
few
me
things to
because-
look after here right now with the
so
family.
maybe just me
But-
for about 4 months because I need to go back there
Mhm.
and work for like 2 weeks to update my safe practice. Because
Oh,
even
wow.
I passed the
Yeah.
examination here for RN for
Because of the
nursing
COVID
here.
thing, she has to update her safe
Yeah,
practice.
I don't want to go back
thing.
to school here just to update my safe practice. So I'm going back for a good reason for 4 months and for all kinds of stuff in the Philippines. At
See
the
the
same
family.
time, I'm gonna do some.
Are you gonna stay for 4 months? You staying for 4 months?
Yeah, I will be staying for 4 months in the Philippines.
Yeah,
And
'cause
I'll do some vlogging as well. I want to get in contact with my old friends there, nurses and teachers. I want to hear also about their experiences. It's all about life experiences. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Show us
Mhm.
around show us how you grew up. Show us around your
Yeah,
province.
barangay. Yeah.
Talk to some regular people.
Yeah.
And I think we need more of that. It will help us.
Yes, it's gonna be a little bit different because I
Yeah.
grew up in a small community in an island of Samar. It's a
1
small.
hour, 1 hour off
There
the
are
mainland.
only like during the time I was growing up, there are only 500 people I think
Yeah,
living in there.
definitely.
So if there is a
Yeah.
new face, even a Filipino will visit our community, we will know right away that
It's a
you're
big
not from
issue,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Right. Right.
yeah, it's gonna be that little villages surrounded by water. Our place where I grew up. It's all about. It's surrounded by water. We never traveled by land. We always travel through
By boat,
boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now,
it's
what did you think about that, John, when you first went there? Did you
yeah.
say, wow,
It was a complete eye opener for me because
Mm.
I grew up in Scotland and Glasgow,
yeah,
and it's a big city, and to come over to a small island, one of 7,300 islands in the Philippines. I had no idea where Tacloban was when they were picking me up. I had no idea where Daram Island was. I was like, where am I? I was like on another planet.
You're
And
yeah.
I felt, but you know what? I felt amazingly safe and very welcome.
The people, John.
yeah,
Awesome. The
You-
people were
I mean,
amazing.
So when you saw the place, was you like, I'm not.
Oh, it
What
was,
did you think? When they handed you the plate, I'm pretty sure you ate that, right?
yeah, it was amazing. Because
Yeah.
my father's a
Food was
fisherman
good.
and I love fish.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, I'd never tasted fish like that before. Right out the ocean onto your plate. Like, good
Yeah.
Lord.
That's delicious. Yeah.
It's
I
not
love
frozen.
fish too.
Yeah, it's not frozen, shipped 3,000 miles on the truck,
Yeah, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sperlin, for that super chat. He said, excellent show. Keep up the good work. James, what's going on with you?
Well, I'm doing my mask and tape treasures. It's my 4th day. So my site is brand new. Okay. So
Yeah, we put your
I'm
link
doing-
up there. Well,
Yeah,
tell
it's,
us what story real quick, because you said you got stabbed before or something, right, James?
Oh yeah. I got this was when I first moved to Memphis, and I was just telling them how it is from Chicago, Illinois to Memphis, and how you can get stabbed up in Memphis, Tennessee, and survive in Chicago. Because I grew up in Chicago from a little kid. And I grew up there, and I came out of Chicago unscathed and got to Memphis, Tennessee, and ended up getting stabbed 4 times.
Story about how you got stabbed, James.
Well,
Giving us
I went. It was at my job. At my job, I was working at the hotel then, and I was just starting. I went to the job, and then I heard the radio click. So I asked the dispatcher, "What was that sound? What was that sound? What was that?" They said, "Oh, that's nothing." So I got the radio and started calling people, calling all the officers that was out there, and one of them didn't answer me. So I went down outside, and then I went outside and asked somebody, did they see this particular officer? And they told me he ran down the street after somebody who snatched the purse. So I ran which way they pointed to, and I ended up seeing them fighting, and I saw them go to the ground. So I told him, I said, "Hey, send backup over here." And I went, and I was in battle then. I was in battle with the guy.
Okay.
And I had him, but he stabbed me 4 times, and I thought he was hitting me with brass knuckles. You know, I didn't know I was getting stabbed with an ice pick.
Did you have an ice pick?
Yeah. And the officer died. That officer died from it.
Yeah.
But did they give you a citation or something for that?
Yeah, well, they did something, but I didn't really want nothing. But they did that. They gave me a bonus and stuff like that. But that wasn't even it. It was about trying to save a person's life.
Yeah.
Which he did live for another year, but he eventually died of his wounds. He got stabbed behind his ear. It pierced his brain.
Oh God.
So,
yeah. But
okay. So, what's your next video gonna be about, James?
I'm gonna do something about my marriage. I'm gonna talk about my marriage, but before that, you know what? I think of what I'm gonna do when I'm driving home. You know, so when I'm driving home, it just come in my mind, and then I just sit down and talk about it. I've got a lot of stories, a whole lot of stories. I've got stories with the stars too.
How many videos are on your channel right now?
How many views?
No, how many videos?
Videos, 5.
Okay.
Yep. So
what's your next going to be about, Jessa?
What was that?
Your next video? What's it going to be about?
I will be interviewing a single mother.
Single mothers in Philippines.
We're in Canada?
In the Philippines.
And also in Canada. There's quite a few here too.
Yeah. But the next one is going to be a Filipina from the Philippines.
It's going to be a split screen. So you're going to do it?
Yeah. We're going to do online.
Have you ever interviewed John?
Have I ever interviewed? No.
No. Has Jessa ever interviewed you?
Yes. Yeah, we had part 1, 2.
Yeah.
Which I did not reveal yet that the girl that he was referring to was
actually Jessa.
Was me.
She was the interviewer and I was the subject.
Yeah. And then
we played it as if she was just interviewing a foreigner.
I just wanted to do some, surprise element.
It's a little bit of a twist.
Do y'all got other friends who are Filipino and foreigners?
No, she's just gonna be a single mother.
No. I'm saying, do you and John, do y'all mingle with other couples?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
why don't you interview some of them?
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, we got.
I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
and they're both government employees.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be dealing about government stuff and salary.
And that's why I went out and bought her a new GoPro 10. That way she feels more professional.
Yeah.
No, we're newbie, but
when you at it, and it's a sort of a.
I'll try.
Try this, try that.
Because I enjoy making videos.
See, this is my YouTube channel right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
so you've
it.
been using the
Same
phone a
here.
long
Same
time.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I
Oh.
use because it's really about the content.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you keep on going, how many videos do you make a week?
Um, for now, once a week because I got a lot of stuff to do
Mm,
from beside of vlogging. So I'm focusing on other stuff as well. So I'm just doing like
one. Yeah,
one
short
video
video. Yeah.
per week. Yeah, for now.
Right.
But I do make shorts video as well.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Thanks
thank you.
everybody for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up. Everybody who was able to make the meet and greet, we're gonna have another one probably February or March. I hope y'all can make it. I've got my song now that I can play. I always like to play this because this
Yeah.
guy, he was nice enough to actually.
Oh, there it is.
Create this for me.
It's so nice.
Yeah, he made this for me. I was shocked. He's a real musician, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow. I love music.
Okay,
All
everybody,
right.
get out of here. I've got to go to the immigration,
Oh,
see if my passport is ready. I may give me something to eat. I might do a video and upload it tomorrow.
yeah.
Maybe I'll talk to some of the locals here or something. But I'm
Yep.
going down in Memphis now. And it's funny because they just sent me a step notification telling me don't go to Minden now. But they do that about every
Yeah.
month. You know, it's a technicality. Because I'm signed up with the step. And if I were you and I'm coming over here to visit, even if I'm just visiting the Philippines, sign up for the step program. And they'll notify you if there's any trouble going on, any places you shouldn't go. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, take care, guys. Stay safe.
Oh,
Stay
thank
cold.
you.
See you next time.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting y'all.
Nice
Thanks.
meeting
See
you.
ya.